With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello everyone, let us start with our question. In this question, what is given? A ring takes time t1 in slipping down an inclined plane of length L, whereas it takes time t2 in rolling down the same inclined plane. Okay, we need to find the ratio of the times. So let's say this is, let's us draw our inclined plane. Let's say this is our inclined plane, and let's place a ring onto the inclined plane at any point. Let's say this is basically a disc, okay, ring which has been placed on the incline. Okay, now it is coming from here to here. It is traveling a distance L. Okay, now initially it would be at 0. Okay, u would be equals to 0. So we can say that S, basically if we apply our equation of motion, third equation of motion, is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, and we take our initial velocity, basically it would be 0. So we can say that from this equation our time would turn out to be 2s divided by a in the square root, or basically displacement from here to here, it is given as to be length would be L, so it would be 2L divided by a. So what we need to do, we just need to put what is the value of the acceleration in two cases. Okay, now while it is slipping, so it would be here. Okay, so what is the component of the force which is trying to accelerate it? So the component of force would be the component of the weight. We know that weight is acting in this direction, but we can always resolve our weight in two component. For example, if this angle is theta, so here it is mg cos of theta, and here it is mg sine of theta. So we know, and there would be a normal force, but we need not to consider the normal force because there is no motion in this direction, and there is it is just slipping. Okay, so in this condition, what would be the value of the acceleration? So we can directly say that our net force in the downward direction would be equals to mass into acceleration. So for the first case, ma would be equals to mg sine of theta. So mm would be cancelled, then our acceleration in the first case would turn out to be g sine of theta. Okay, so this is our first case. So our t1 would be equals to 2l divided by g sine of theta in the square root. Now in the second case, when it is rolling, okay, so whenever there is a rolling motion, okay, whenever there is a rolling motion down an incline, we should directly use the formula for acceleration. What is the formula? Acceleration value is given as to be g sine of theta. Okay, so this is the case for the translational motion or the slipping motion. This is the acceleration for slipping motion. Now divided by, so there is a factor by which we are dividing it. It is 1 plus I divided by moment of inertia divided by mr square. So it would be directly giving us the value of the acceleration. Otherwise we need to take the force equilibrium and then we need to apply the torque. Okay, so we can say that this is g sine of theta. What is the moment of inertia of a ring? It is equals to mr square. So we can put in place of I, we can put the value as mr square, and it is divided by mr square. So our acceleration would turn out to be, acceleration would be in the second case, it would be g sine of theta divided by what? It would be this, and this factor would be gone, so it would be divided by 2. So what would be the time period? So the t2 would turn out to be, t2 would be a square root 2l divided by this acceleration, which is g sine theta divided by 2, or we can say that it would be 2l divided by g sine of theta, okay, in the square root, and this 2 would be in the numerator. So basically this is divided by whole divided by 2. It is not theta by 2, but it is divided by this factor root 2. Now what is this value? 2l divided by g sine of theta in the square root, it is equals to t1. So we can say that our t2 would be equals to t1 into square root 2, and we need to find the value of t1 by t2. So t1 by t2 would turn out to be 1 divided by square root of 2. So this is our t1 by t2. So our answer would be 1 by square root 2. So which option is the correct option? 1 by square root 2. Our correct option would be the B option. Hope you understood the solution. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.